guys, I have this ridiculous hat on because I don't feel like doing my hair. It's raining outside in Los Angeles, and I have this old school freaking Capamura shirt on before I changed the name of the brand. Oh, these tires that we're going to take off. I'm not sure whether or not the tubes are still good. I don't care. I got new tubes. They're right over there on the floor, and I have the new tires sitting in the tub. I'll just show you guys. Yeah, my girlfriend's gonna kill me. The reason why you saw the tires in the tub is because it's raining out, there's no sun, I don't have a heat gun, and I needed to warm the tires up so that this whole process would be easier. It's much easier when the tire is pliable and warm than when the tire is rigid and cold. We're gonna do it right in here because, again, I'm gonna say this, it's fucking pouring outside, assuming that it's gonna smell terrible because these tires look like they're at least 20 years old. So, yeah. The first thing that's gonna have to come off is these four right here. That's because this holds the hub on, and in order for me to utilize this whole breaking of the two rim halves, I'm gonna have to get this hub out of the way. The next part of this process is going to be to get the rim halves off. I'm pretty sure these might be attached by rust to the rim, so I'm gonna try my best to get these hubs off of this rim. Yeah. I like to keep these together. I put them back on here just so that that doesn't happen. I don't drop them and then they disappear. So the next part in this adventure is the fact that I need to, oh wait. That was a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. What I'm doing here is I'm just releasing some of the air from the tube so I can get this rim to break the bead. Fetchy. Can you see that? It says fetchy. I don't even know what that means, but they're old and you could tell they've been sitting outside for a really long time. So we're switching them up. Let's go get the other tires and wipe them down. Since I live in an apartment building, what I had to go and run and do was go to my car, use my tire pump, pump these up, way past what I should have them pumped up to. So what I need to do is, I need to like lube this up, spick and span. I don't want to shoot my camera. First thing that you need to do is put these warmed up tires on the rim. I'm going to show you how to do that. This side of the rim that has this hub fused to it at this point, rusted to it, is going to be the hardest part. So I'm going to put this on first, and then I'll show you guys how exactly everything works. It's going to be pretty chicken? Fried chicken? What? Rim. Spray. Tire. Oh, water all over the floor. Spray. Okay, what I'm doing right now is I'm going to use a little bit of WD-40 to help the process. Trust the process. That literally took me so long to do. I had to take a break because it took me so long. So I finally got the tire mounted. What I need to do now is put air in it and hopefully it sits the bead. If it doesn't, I'll be so pissed. So what I needed to end up doing, because this tire is kind of narrow in comparison to the stock tire, I needed to pretty much just put the tire on the rim, split the halves, put the tire on the rim, shove the tube in there, pretty filled, like about 7 PSI, and then put this little valve stem through, And then I put the other side on, and I made sure that the tube wasn't pinched in here. And now I'm gonna spray just a little bit of WD-40 or soapy water in here to hope that once I fill it up with air, it will pop and seat the rim. So fingers crossed, guys. All right, guys, as you can tell, I'm changed. It's a totally different day. What ended up happening was this process was a lot harder than I thought it was actually gonna be. And that's because on the bike that I got, it came with replica Z50 wheels. And on the replica wheels, not only was the rim a little bit thicker than the stock Z50, it used these, I don't know if you can actually see that, but it uses a locking nut. And unlike the stock Z50, locking nut, once it's on there, and they were really tight and they haven't been removed ever, God knows how many years, but once the locking nut is on there, it really secures itself to the bolt. So it was extremely hard. So it actually took, I had to leave the rim itself soaked in like 2 inches worth of WD-40 / penetrating oil just to get these even remotely close to being loose. I did find a little bit of a tip and trick to put this on here. The rims themselves on the clones are just a little bit different than the actual Z50 rim. If you could tell, this rim is actually slightly pitched going this way. The stock Z50 rim is pitched, but not as much. The tire itself is having a really hard time getting all the way to this outer rim. So what I found was that, unlike another video that I found on the internet, and I have done it that way, the easier way to get these tires, this is gonna sound weird, and I know I've never done this before, you pump the tube up with air, and then you put the tube into the tire, right? Then what you do is you put both rim halves on, making sure that the first rim half that you do put on is the one that has the valve stem cut out for it. You put the valve stem in, and then you press together and make sure, the reason why you want this tube pumped up pretty good, probably around 7 PSI, is the fact that you don't want it to pinch. What I was having a problem with when it was lower was because these rims are wider, it was pinching the tube. So you put a little bit more air in, and then you push together and you just hand tighten little by little. And because you're putting air in this, it's actually pushing it away from the crease in the rim. And it's a little bit different of a process than the other video that I usually follow. So hopefully this will help people that have clone tires. I'll show you the process on this rim, as I didn't really show you on that rim because I had such trouble with it. All right, guys. So what I'm doing here is I'm squeezing the rim together so that I can get the nut on just enough so that it will hold the rim there. See, like, if you look at it from this direction, it's not gonna look like it's doing too well, but as you tighten each one of these up, it will push the rim closer and closer together, and then once you fill with air, the tire will, or at least that's the idea. The tire is mounted. I think it looks pretty cool. It's got like a nice tread to it. Can you see that? And then sideways, I'm gonna give you guys 3 different options as to what color combination I should go with for this build, right? So take a look at the wheels. I got chrome wheels with this kind of old school tread. The first option is gonna be this one. The second option is gonna be this one. And the third option is gonna be this one. Put a comment down below with the number that you think is your favorite, and I will then make that scheme for this bike. I know a lot of you guys like the Instagram picture of the all red, the black frame with all red with the Z seat. I am gonna order the Z seat. That was by far the most voted for thing, so I'm gonna order the Z seat. Put down below the comment of what color scheme you wanna go for. Hopefully tomorrow I can make you guys a video with the big bar setup, and I can mount these babies on. Appreciate your time. Hit the like button, dislike button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.